welcome to the first edition of Nittany Watch. I'm Brianna Parnell-White.
And I'm Mitchell Carson. Nittany Watch is our student-produced digital magazine show bringing you news, sports, and information from Penn State Harrisburg and the surrounding region.
During each program, we will present an in-depth look at the people, places, and events that make Penn State Harrisburg and the Susquehanna Valley a great place to call home.
On today's show, we'll introduce to you the woman swimming for Thon.
We'll also join the students of PSH as they pull an all-nighter.
And Casey Blask will join us for his sports report.
But first, let's take a look at the new Amtrak station in Middletown.
Brianna, I know you're from DC. Have you ever taken the train home during breaks?
Well, I've only taken it one time.
Well, it's going to be a lot easier, and the new Amtrak station is right across the street from campus. Reporter Christopher Palm takes a look at the new station.
Every day, students, professors, and staff of the Penn State Harrisburg community are greeted by a passing train as they pull in and out of campus. This past month, Amtrak and the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation welcomed a new train station in Middletown, just across the street from the main campus entrance and student housing.
This is a transformational transportation project that not only serves the rail, but the community and their efforts. Also multimodal, the connections to the airport and to the university. And I just cannot say enough wonderful things about what many people have accomplished as a team.
The new train station sits along the western side of Amtrak's Keystone Corridor at its new home at the intersection of Emmaus Street and West Main Street.
Our students come from 49 different states this year and over 50 countries from around the world. I don't have to tell you what a train station like this, in connection with the roads, with the airport, the rail now, it's just going to be an exciting opportunity for all of us in this community.
Amtrak's Keystone service trains make frequent stops at the new station during peak hours, with one train stopping every hour from either Harrisburg, Philadelphia, or New York City.
Well, what this is going to do for our college right here at Penn State University, the kids, all this new housing that went in for them, for students, you know, this is a great thing. This is bringing people from all over the Commonwealth, actually all over the country, and now they can land right here and they can do the things that they need to do right here in the southern part of Dauphin County.
The old station, located along Mill Street just next to the Swatara Creek, was a makeshift ground-level station with a bus stop shelter and information bulletin. As a train would make a stop, passengers would wait for the conductor to drop the stairs from the train doors and climb aboard. Now with the new station, passengers don't have to worry. As they arrive at the station, passengers can get to the platform by a bridge that goes over the westbound tracks. The station has no staff, but there is security surveillance, and there are drop-off and pickup areas and bike racks, as well as elevators for handicapped passengers. Instead of climbing stairs into one car of a train, passengers can easily walk into a train into any car they desire, as the platform is elevated and longer than its predecessor.
I think this is going to be great infrastructure for our community, especially for the college. We have a very diverse student population that's from all over the country and all over the world, and having this train station here is really going to enable students to, go back to their home state or go to airports and other areas.
Aside from flying, driving, or riding on a bus, students now have one more transportation option when they travel home or arrive on campus for their studies. At the Middletown Amtrak station, I'm Christopher Palm for Penn State Harrisburg Student Media.
You know, I might just check that out. Driving to DC can be a bit of a hassle.
And students can find more information on train tickets and schedules by visiting Amtrak.com or by calling 1-800-USA-RAIL.
Well, here's something that didn't take much travel, just a lot of energy. Mitch, have you ever pulled an all-nighter?
I have not, actually.
Penn State students did, after a busy day of classes on Friday, January 28th. The Lion Ambassadors held the event to raise money for Thon. Here's Matthew Wincoop with a late-night deep dive into the event.
On Friday, January 28th, the Lion Ambassadors hosted an all-nighter event in the Capitol Union Building Events Room 210. It was held from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. The event raised money in support of Thon, with each participant providing a minimum of a $5 donation. The event held a carnival theme, which included many fun games and of course free food. To top it off, the Penn State Nittany Lion even made an appearance. I caught up with one of the event's volunteer staff to get her input on the all-nighter and what took place at the event.
Hello, so I am with Lion Ambassadors. We are having our Penn State all-nighter tonight. We are doing this to support Thon. Thon is an organization that raises money for kids with pediatric cancer. So this event is free, however we are asking for some donations to go towards Thon. Tonight our theme is Carnival. So we have a bunch of carnival games, we have a bunch of prizes, we got donations for food.
After a day full of classes and college work, Penn State Harrisburg students got the chance to relax and have some fun on a Friday night. Music blasted with some modern hits, as well as the excitement of each of its participants. Around 10 p.m., 2 hours into the event, raffle ticket winners were announced, and inflatable games were opened in the Capitol Union Building Gymnasium. Essentially, no better way to spend a Friday night. A student who participated in the event echoed this statement.
What's up? Out here, Penn State Harrisburg all-nighter, very excited, hang out with my friends, see people I haven't seen since last semester, don't have classes with them anymore. Got to get the free merch, the best part of every event, get some food, play some games, it's going to be a great time, I'm very excited.
From the Penn State Harrisburg Student Media, I am Matthew Wincoop.
That looks like a lot of fun. I'm sorry I missed it.
Well, to keep that from happening, be sure to check out the Penn State Engagement app to find more events that help raise money for Thon.
We'll be right back.
My name is Manuel Holweg and I'm from Argentina.
My name is Xavi and I'm from El Salvador.
The hardest part of COVID was being far away from my family, from my grandparents, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and my whole family that lives in Argentina.
The hardest part about COVID was not being able to see my family that lived in other countries because I couldn't travel.
I want to travel, I want to see friends, I want there to be parties, I want to be people together, and it's something we haven't seen for like the last 2 years, so I miss that.
I wanted the real college experience, but obviously it's not too bad, but wearing a mask all the time isn't so much fun.
I thought this was an assignment, not like therapy.
I'm very shy now that when I come out and try to talk to people, it's a little bit harder now.
Only you can prevent outbreaks.
Only you can prevent outbreaks. Let's go.
Welcome back. Brianna, did you eat breakfast today?
Yeah, of course I did. Did you?
No, I forgot.
Well, that's not good. Lucky for you, our field reporter, Charlie Krakowski, takes a look at 3 easy recipes you can try when you get home.
All right, Nittany Lions, I got 3 easy recipes that I'm going to teach you today. Let's get into it.
Starting off, we have pigs in a blanket. You only need 2 ingredients for this, hot dogs and crescent rolls.
Start by taking your crescents and unrolling them all the way until they are one big sheet. Then take your pre-cut dogs and roll them into the crescents until they are completely covered. Cut them away and then put them on a baking sheet with cooking oil. This part's optional. You could beat an egg and then egg wash it. And don't forget coarse kosher salt. Then put them in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. You can watch those puppies rise. Then, once they're ready, take them out. Next, we have mac and cheese. You only need 2 ingredients, whatever noodles you want and whatever cheese you desire. You can start by boiling the noodles for however long the box says. And while those puppies are boiling and they get all nice and al dente, you can shred your cheese if you chose to. You could use pre-shredded cheese, but it's much better when you shred your own cheese. It's cheaper. And then once you strain your noodles, you start mixing in the cheese. And if it gets a little too sticky, you could pour in a little bit of milk. Keep stirring until very, very stringy. Then you could put it into the bowl, and there you have it. Cheap mac and cheese. Last, we have potato chips. And these ones are made in the microwave. All you'll need is a potato. Washed, of course. Start slicing it as thin as you can get it. Thin slices we're talking about. Get them nice and crispy. Put a little bit of vegetable oil in a Ziploc bag, and you could put your potato slices in there as well. Shake them around and massage them until they are completely coated with oil. Then, on a plate coated with cooking oil, put them into the microwave for about 5 to 7 minutes, however long, until they get crispy and brown. Let them cool, salt them, and plate them. And let me tell you, these are amazing.
And just for reference, this is one of those potato chips. Nice and crispy. Healthier than the stuff you get in a bag. It's amazing. Back to you guys in the studio.
I would have never thought of that. Potato chips in the microwave?
Brianna, stop. You're making me even more hungry.
Well, let's take your mind over food. After this short message, Casey Blask will give us his sports report.
Hi, I'm Casey Blask, and here's my Penn State Harrisburg sports report. For men's basketball, the second half of the season is proving to be monumental for Penn State Harrisburg men's basketball. The Lions went on a 13-game win streak, with solid wins over Wells College and Mooresville State. The streak eventually ended with a loss on the road to a St. Mary's last-second effort by a score of 74-73. Even in the tough loss, Danye Baylor-Carroll still put up a show with 29 points and 7 rebounds to go along with Brandon Coleman's 23 points. The 16-2 Harrisburg Lions look to keep the ball rolling in their next game on Saturday, February 5th at the Cub against Penn State Berks. In women's basketball, despite 2 of their conference games being postponed to later in the season and their game against Messiah canceled, the Harrisburg Lions did not let any setbacks get in their way heading into January. Looking like a highlight reel, Jayla Galbraith put up 22 points in a win over Penn College. The team went on to set a new program record for most points scored in a single game with a 105-62 win against Penn State Abington. In the same game, they also matched their previous records of 18 three-pointers and 28 assists. In the month of January, the 11-7 women's basketball team went 6-2 and now look to continue the season with optimism moving forward into February. The Harrisburg Lions' next game is Saturday, February 5th at the Cub against Penn State Berks. Penn State Harrisburg hockey got off to a very good start to their season in the DVHC League. In their first 10 games of the season, they had a national record of 6-1-3. Their leading scorer and senior captain this season is number 28, Cameron Moore. Moore's racked up 28 goals and 22 assists in the 21 games played for the Nittany Lions. The Lions also feature a very solid goaltending tandem. Vaughn Hennessy has a 6-2-2 record and an .872 save percentage, and Logan Hannick has a record of 5-4-1. Recently, the team lost some very close games against some very good opponents. The team lost another heartbreaker 8-7 in overtime to the Alvernia Golden Wolves. The second half of the season may prove to be tough due to injuries. However, this is a still very talented team heading into the last weekend of the regular season with an overall record of 11-9-3. They are currently ranked 3rd in the Atlantic Division behind Delaware and Kutztown. They are ranked 40th nationally. Their game tonight, Friday, February 4th, will most likely determine their fate heading into playoffs and perhaps the national tournament. They travel to take on the undefeated Kutztown team at 7:45. In other sports, the spring semester is underway, and so are all the sports seasons. Don't play a sport? No worries. I have the scoop on all of the intramural sports offered this semester.
Do you want to be involved in collegiate athletics but don't have the time nor the energy? Intramural sports may be for you. This semester, Penn State Harrisburg is offering table tennis, badminton, water volleyball, basketball, dodgeball, bowling, and kickball to its students.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing dodgeball this year. I think it could be a fun opportunity with just all my friends. I'm thinking about signing up through the online PSU sports intramural thing they have going on.
All you have to do is get some of your friends and sign up on IM Leagues. What is IM Leagues? IM Leagues is the official website of collegiate intramural sports. On this website is where you can register your teams for future intramural seasons. How do you sign up? Simply sign up with your PSU email and password and you are good to go. Since you have now successfully created your IM Leagues account, you are ready to check out when signups will be open for the various intramural sports offered and when each of the seasons start. So if you want to get some exercise while having some fun with your friends, definitely check out intramural sports. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email the intramural and club coordinator, Dan Bartlett, at dab68@psu.edu. Again, that's dab68@psu.edu. Reporting for PSH Media, this is Casey Blask.
If you're interested in getting involved in intramural sports, head over to IM Leagues and sign up your team today. That's all for this edition of my sports report. Tune in every month as we dive into all of Penn State Harrisburg sports.
Thanks, Casey. Like intramurals, there are many things to do on and off campus, but are you doing the right things?
Like what?
Well, we'll just let reporter Charlie Kwiatkowski tell us more about what not to do.
Thanks, Brianna. Today I'm going to go over the top 5 most unhealthy habits of college students. Now, I may only be in my second year of college, but my doctor can assure you that I am the epitome of all that is unhealthy for my age. So, let's get into it.
Starting off, we have procrastination. Everyone has been here. Slacking on your work causes you to make very drastic decisions. Do I bite the bullet and stressfully cram this assignment, or do I neglect the assignment and get a bad grade? And remember, you can only afford so many missing assignments. Next, we have skipping the gym. If you're missing out on the gym, you're gaining unwanted body fat. Personally, I gained 20 pounds this past semester. Didn't hit the gym once. Now, this is one that doesn't come to mind right away, but is equally unhealthy. One of the first things you learn as a college student is how to wash dishes. But did you know if you don't replace your sponge often enough, you could put yourself at great risk for food poisoning? Next, we have not getting enough sleep. You've been told this all the time growing up. The average adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Not sleeping can lead to lack of focus and memory issues, 2 of the biggest impediments on college students.
7:30? I'm going to be late to my 8 a.m.
Last but not least, eating lunch at your desk. As strange as it sounds, if you don't focus on the food you are eating, your brain won't recognize that you're eating and will leave you hungry later in the day. So put that sandwich down and save it for later. Instead of multitasking, designate yourself a lunch break so you can focus on and enjoy your food.
The list goes on and on. These things are destroying your life, so take care of yourself. That's all from me. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Charlie. Mitch, did you know about the sponge thing?
Oh no, not at all. That's disgusting. And I'm definitely tossing my sponge when I get home.
I definitely agree.
Brianna, did you hear about the big swim for Thon?
Not really. Tell me about it.
Well, I went down to the Cub to get the full splash. The swim of a lifetime at Penn State Harrisburg ran for 46 hours from January 12th to January 14th. The event is part of the Thon organization to help find a cure for childhood cancer. The swimmer behind it all is Holly Maitland McKenna, and she is a natural when it comes to swimming.
When I was at the main campus, I didn't know about Thon. And when we moved to this area and I started working here at this campus, I met some students and they told me all about it. And I thought it was a great charity and wanted to help.
So, how many years have you been doing this here, and how many more years do you see yourself doing this?
This is the 10th year, and we're definitely going to do something again next year, but we're going to change it a little. But I'm not going to let you know what it is. It's a secret.
So, top secret.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And I understand swimming is in your background. So, did you take your passion for swimming and to turn it into an event?
Absolutely. Swimming is very comfortable for me. It comes easy. So what better to just keep doing back and forth for lots and lots of hours.
So with the amount of hours you're doing this, I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of hard work. What's the hardest part about it? Because we know wanting to do it is one thing, but what does it take to be able to do it?
It takes a lot of patience because you're going to have some highs and you're going to have some lows. You're going to have some very lows, and sometimes you have to get out of the pool, walk around, stretch out. You get cold, you get hungry, you get super thirsty. You have to make sure you keep eating and drinking and keeping those muscles nice and stretched out so you can keep going.
And so with this whole event, this was about you taking a passion of yours that you've loved to do, and then hearing about this organization from students at the campus, and then hearing them and then taking a passion is what inspired this event for you.
Absolutely. It's a great charity, so we can help the kids.
The event raised over $16,000, and she just keeps swimming.
She did a good job and raised a lot of money.
And she just keeps swimming.
Well, that brings us to the end of our show. You can watch our show on the Penn State Harrisburg Student Media YouTube channel.
For all of us here at Nittany Watch and WPSH TV, thank you for watching.